Yo, what is going on, guys? Got a story for you here today titled Loyal Husband Discovers His Wife's Spicy Account and She Had No Idea That He Was Planning to Leave. Okay, so this is probably one of those situations where the husband figures out that she has an OF account or something like that. And what a surprise, men do not like dating women with shady pasts. I hear all of these women all the time, guys, right? Saying that men are insecure if you care about a woman's past. You know, you should be a real man. You should grow up. The past doesn't matter. But I am here to tell you that the past absolutely does matter, right? Go out there and speak to dudes who have dated women and who have said to themselves previously, oh, her past doesn't matter. Go find out how those men are doing a couple of years later. Right, because all of those men, nigh on all of those men, get completely screwed over. So let's jump into here, guys, and let's see how much the past matters to the husband. I hope it matters a lot. Let's jump in. But guys, before we jump into today's story, just a quick reminder that I have set up a second channel where I will be recording daily videos or thereabouts once again of women over on TikTok. I know a lot of you guys enjoy this video style, but to be honest, it's very headache inducing to make. So I will be making one video a day roughly over on the second channel. If that interests you guys, make sure you go and check out the second channel. I'm going to leave the link in the video description. I'm 36, she is 34, and I thought that we had a strong marriage. We had been married for 7 years with no children, although we had talked about it now and then. I'm a 36-year-old dude, she's a 34-year-old female. I work in cybersecurity, and she's a personal trainer, mostly online now. Okay, so right off the bat, guys, these people are discussing kids, and she's 34, right? Like, what do you mean discussing kids, okay? The clock is ticking. We're basically at a geriatric pregnancy at this point. Oh, you know, there's always time. Maybe someday we'll have kids. At this point, guys, these two are not having kids. This is just all nonsense, in my opinion. You know, because a lot of complications can happen if you're trying to have kids at like 34, 35 years of age as a woman. She'd built a solid client base, and I was always filming workout clips, checking comments, responding to fitness DMs. I was proud of her drive, and I encouraged it even. So he's basically managing the back half of her damn business, it seems like, by the way. He says, our marriage felt steady, not flashy, but safe. We had routines, we had mutual goals, and we didn't fight much. If anything, I thought we were one of the rare couples. I notice a lot of these dudes, right? They think that their relationship is unique. They think that their wife is unique. You know, everything's smooth sailing. And that's usually when dudes get screwed over the most, is when they think it's smooth sailing. So it was Sunday afternoon. She ran out to grab some groceries while I was doing some back-end work on my personal server. Her phone buzzed a few times. She had forgotten it before, but he checked it. He said one of the notifications caught his eye. You have 5 new subscribers today from an email account I didn't recognize. He said, I was puzzled. So he says, I wasn't snooping, but that was the kind of language I associate with paid online platforms. Out of this instinct more than suspicion, I opened the email app and the account was logged in. What I saw didn't just raise a red flag, it set off every internal alarm I've trained myself to notice in my career. There were emails from a well-known adult content site with tip notifications, subscriber messages, withdrawal confirmations. Curious, I clicked through to her profile via a link she had sent to someone, and there it was. She was not anonymous. She was wearing questionable things, and in multiple posts, her face was visible. She had a stage name, but to anyone who knew her from her fitness page, it wouldn't take long to connect the dots, and it had been going on for over a year, all while she was telling me that she was too exhausted for intimacy or just not in the right headspace. Okay, let's sum up what's happening here. This woman, based on what he's saying, I believe has an OF account. She's not anonymous at all. She's probably funneling dudes there from her workout pages to this platform, by the way. And all the while she's doing this for the past year, she's denying the husband intimacy at the same time. Like, isn't that crazy to think about? It's like, oh yeah, I'm too tired, I have a headache, you know, I'm exhausted, just not in the right headspace, all of these things. Meanwhile, she's posting spicy photos of herself to a very questionable platform, it seems. For money and things like this. So that is absolutely crazy. He said, when she got back, I acted normal, helped unpack the bags. I asked about the long lines. Meanwhile, inside, I was done. I took screenshots. I backed it all up. And that night, I stared at the ceiling for hours. Not even angry. I was just cold. I knew I couldn't come back from this, not emotionally, not in any way that made me feel like a man still respected in his own marriage. So over the next 2 weeks, I got everything in order. We had no kids. The finances were split cleanly enough. I spoke to a lawyer, had the documents drawn up, and quietly found a new place to live. She never had a clue. I didn't hint at it. I didn't sleep in another room. I was just efficient, he says. I handed her the divorce papers on a Wednesday afternoon. No dramatic speech, just calm words. Okay, so we're going to pause here. This is exactly what I think the man should have done. Absolutely. So he finds all the emails to the adult site. He finds everything. And what does he decide to do? He decides to go to a lawyer immediately before notifying her. And I think, you know, the more I read these stories, guys, and the more I think about it, the more I understand that this is probably the best thing you can do. Because, again, you want to cover your ass as best you can as a male in these situations. We all know how much the divorce courts don't favor men whatsoever. So if you take the time to gather evidence, separate finances, speak to a lawyer, all of these things before the breakup actually happens or the divorce actually happens, this is quite a wise move to take, in my opinion, the more I think about this. So he makes the right call, in my opinion. This is the part that, like, that must be very difficult, is he has to pretend like nothing is wrong this whole time, right? So he's helping her with the bags, he's helping her do these things, and he's pretending like nothing is wrong whatsoever. So let's continue. He says to her, I know about the account. He said, you've been doing this behind my back for a year, and I'm done. She froze, and then she started crying. She said, it's just online. It's not actual cheating. I was going to tell you eventually, and I only did it to feel confident. Okay, so here's the thing about these sentences, guys. What women do, what this actually is them trying to dodge accountability for what they did, and it's trying to minimize how significant what they did actually is. You know, it's like, okay, you caught me doing this, but it's not actually that bad because it's online. It's not that bad because I was just trying to feel confident. And they try and take the thing that they did and they try and minimize how much of a problem it actually is, even if it's a massive problem, by the way. He says, I did not argue. I told her that she had built a secret life, one that she clearly enjoyed more than the one that she had with me. She offered to delete it all, but it was too late. So let's take a look at this. She begged for another chance. She told me she would shut everything down, focus on us, go to therapy. I love these women's, you know, obsession with therapy, like it's going to repair their marriages, by the way. You know, you catch these women cheating on you or doing whatever, and then they suggest therapy. What a spit in the face that must be. She begged for another chance, etc. I left because the trust was shattered, is what he said. She chose strangers over honesty, he said. She gambled her marriage for attention, and she lost. I think this woman absolutely did lose. Again, in a lot of these situations, the man is paying the bills. You know, he's looking after everything. These women have a comfortable life. They have an easy life. But what they choose to do is completely screw it up. So I have no sympathy for them whatsoever. But guys, I'm going to be leaving today's episode there. Don't forget to leave your thoughts and your comments. Make sure you guys take care of yourselves, and I'll be seeing you all in the next episode. Peace.